Holy moly, is Nintendo stubborn. There's a part of me that kind of admires it because I feel like it leads to some of their games being so wacky because they're like, well, we're going to just do what we want to do and what we think will be fun and how we want the players to play. However, that's not always fun for us. Sometimes it works out, but sometimes you get stuff like Mario Kart World, where they must really believe in the world gimmick where you drive on these intermission tracks. Because we got another update for Mario Kart World, and for online play, they increased the chances again to not get intermission tracks. I don't even know how much more I even want to test these updates anymore, because it seems like people get pretty excited, and then it just ends up being what it is. So I did 8 races. I was planning on doing 10. I had enough after 8. So within those 8 races, only 3 of them even had an option for a regular lap course. Only 3 out of the 8 races. And there was only 1 track to pick from that did not have an intermission track. Already your odds are not great. With the increased chances, it'd be nice if there was more than 1 to pick from. I'm sure that it's possible odds-wise, but from my testing with 8 races, only 3 of them had the choice of picking a regular lap course, and there was only 1 regular lap course to pick from. And then within those 8 races, I only had 2 races that were regular lap courses. One of them had no regular lap courses to pick from, and then random was selected, and we got a regular lap course. So that was cool to see that still happens. But I really want to emphasize that these odds still are really bad. Within 8 races, I only got 2 regular lap courses, and even when there was a regular lap course to pick from, that only happened 3 times out of the 8 races. And again, there was only 1 option for a regular lap course, and then you're just relying on what ends up getting picked. This is why these updates, to me, they don't really matter. I almost feel like it should be an all or nothing. Like, the odds are that you either get a selection of intermission courses, or you get a selection of regular lap courses. Not this weird mishmash where only 3 of the 8 races I even had an opportunity to select a regular lap course. I'm sure that there's some people that try this update or whatever new update comes out and they get lucky in their like first 5 races, but there are so many odds coming into play here that I have no drive, no pun intended, no drive to play this game anymore. I legitimately just don't. If you like intermission tracks, I mean, you're in luck, because I honestly don't think they're really going to change it too much. We may keep getting updates where they do increase the odds of getting a regular lap course over an intermission track, but I don't think it's ever going to be what a lot of us, I feel like, are hoping for. Because with this update, you have to hope that you even have a choice to pick a regular lap course, and then from that choice, you have to hope that enough players pick that, and then after that, you have to hope that when the thing is spinning, it selects a regular lap course. So even though it may be increased, you're still fighting a bunch of odds. And with the increase, I didn't really see much that was really making me feel hopeful. Whenever I go to do these videos, I'm always feeling like, I don't know, maybe I will get lucky. Maybe the increase will have an effect. But I was very disappointed with the results that I got. And some people may feel that it's not that big of a deal, but if you genuinely do not enjoy intermission tracks, with me getting them as frequent as I did, I just don't see why I should go on and play that gamble. The other thing too is, with me only having 1 selection of a regular lap course when it did come up, you may not even like that course. So I feel like some people still pick random, because they're like, well, I don't really like that one. I don't want to do an intermission track. I'll gamble with random. And then I feel like some of us are just picking whatever regular lap course there is because we just want to do regular lap courses. So we may do a track we're not even that big of a fan of. And again, you're still hoping that it even gets picked in the first place. At this point, I'm really feeling like they're never going to make an option. I don't think they're going to make it separate. Because with how many times they keep increasing the odds, to me, it's very clear from them that they want us to play this way. And if I felt like intermission tracks were maybe a little bit more involved, maybe my opinion would change. But I feel like the intermission tracks are pretty boring in themselves. But honestly, even if they weren't that boring, and there was a lot to do in them, I think I would still rather just play regular lap courses. I think it's a neat little thing for Knockout Tour, but I don't think it's necessary for the other online mode. I don't think it matters how many of us don't like the way this is set up. I don't think they're going to budge. I think at the very best, we're going to keep getting increases with patches, but I don't think it's ever going to be what we're hoping for. So this game's going back on the shelf for me, and I mean, I'll test it again if there's another update, but I'm not holding my breath for anything crazy. But it is baffling to me, though. I just have to add that, especially with this game being $80, it is crazy to me that this is the hill they want to die on. I don't know why they won't budge on this. I don't get why they're so dead set on having us play these intermission tracks for this online mode. If they didn't have Knockout Tour, maybe I could understand it a little bit more on how they could be like, no, we really want players to play this way. But Knockout Tour exists. Intermission tracks are being used. I don't see why it's necessary to have it in this mode as well. I am curious to see what this update does, though, for other players. Maybe it does get more people to play the game. I don't know. But I'm definitely dipping out again. So let me know what you think of all this in the comments down below. Do you think this update is good? Are you going to play Mario Kart World more? Let me know in the comments down below. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Take care, everyone.